All right, let's talk about something that I think we can all relate to. It's that feeling, You're looking at your bank statement and you just see this long list of tiny charges $5 here, $10 there. We're talking about subscription fatigue. Is the golden age of subscribe to everything finally over? Let's get into it. So, first things first, I want you to do something for me. Just take a quick mental inventory. How many things do you actually subscribe to? Think about it. Streaming, music, software, maybe a news site, a meal kit. Just get a number in your head. You got it? Okay, hang on to that number. Because here's the kicker. The research shows that on average, we underestimate how much we spend on subscriptions every single month by about $133. Yeah, that's a lot. That is the hidden, creeping cost that really gets to the heart of this whole problem. But how did we even end up here? This didn't just happen overnight. The whole idea of subscribing to things has been around forever, but it's exploded from a simple convenience into the default way we get, well, pretty much everything. What's really wild is just how fast this all happened. For centuries, it was simple stuff. Newspapers, milk delivery. Then the 2000s hit and we got software as a service, right? Suddenly, you weren't buying a disc in a box. You were renting Adobe's software every month. Then came the 2010s, the streaming wars. Netflix, Spotify, they changed the game completely. And that led us straight to today, the era of everything as a service, where you can get a subscription box for literally anything. Now, the whole pitch was amazing, right? It was supposed to be convenient with a low upfront cost, but for a lot of us, that great idea has kind of soured into this feeling of being completely overwhelmed, both with our money and just our brain space. And this is where the fatigue really starts to set in. So what do we actually mean by subscription fatigue? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's that feeling of complete exhaustion. It's not just about paying for a lot of stuff. It's the total weight of it all on your budget, on your mental energy, and on your feeling of control. It just makes you want to go through and hit cancel, cancel, cancel. And this feeling really comes from three main places. First, the obvious one, the economic strain. It's that classic death by 1,000 cuts. Each payment seems small, but man, do they add up. Second is the cognitive overload. Seriously, just keeping track of the passwords, the billing dates, and trying to decide what to actually watch is a part-time job. And third, the market is just flooded. There are way too many services, so you have to subscribe to 3 different platforms just to watch the shows you like. And all of this has a real personal cost that goes way beyond money. It causes decision paralysis, right? Too many choices just make you anxious. And it creates this nagging feeling that you're just renting your own life. You don't actually own your favorite movies or your essential software, and that access can vanish in a second. It just kills your trust, especially when a company makes it feel like you have to solve a puzzle just to cancel your account. But here's the good news. The market is finally starting to listen. As more and more of us get fed up, a really powerful counter trend is emerging. The pendulum is starting to swing back to an older, much simpler idea. Just buy something once and own it forever. When you put them side by side, the difference is just crystal clear. With a subscription, your access is temporary. A show you love can just disappear from a service overnight. You have very little control and the cost just goes on and on. But with ownership, it's yours. It's permanent. You have total control and you pay for it once. That's it. This desire for permanence is a huge reason for the shift we're seeing. And hey, this isn't just some abstract idea. It's happening in the real world. You've got creative pros ditching Adobe's monthly fee for the buy once Affinity suite. In video editing, DaVinci Resolve is a powerhouse that you can own with a single payment. And even in gaming, where subscriptions like Game Pass are huge, the market for buying your games individually is still massive. It just proves that people still want to own the things they love. So what does this all mean for the future of, our wallets? Well, it's probably not going to be a case of one model winning and the other dying out completely. It's more about finding a new, smarter balance that actually works for everyone. And here is the single most important takeaway from all of this. It's not the death of subscriptions, not at all, but it is the death of the indiscriminate subscription. The idea that everything, absolutely everything, should be a subscription is what's on its way out. And companies are starting to get it. They're adapting. They're trying out hybrid models where you buy the main product and maybe subscribe for extra features. They're bundling services to make things cheaper and simpler. They're even, finally, moving towards clearer pricing and easier cancellation. Why? Because you, the consumer, are forcing them to, with things like subscription cycling, where you just sign up for a month, binge what you want, and cancel. So
In the end, it all comes back to you, doesn't it? The future is about having a real choice. It's about finding that personal sweet spot between the ease of just having access to something and the security of actually owning it. So the question I want to leave you with is pretty simple. What's the right balance for you?